Why do you want me to be alone with you, Scott?
Well,
what are you going to...
It's those special times that two brothers bond.
Oh, really? Where you make me noodle a fish out of the water?
God, that'd be hilarious.
It would be cool to see me try to do it.
Oh, my gosh.
They're so slippery.
They are slippery, man.
They are a little...
Oh, they're
See, now, I do remember we grew up in Minnesota fishing in the Lake of the Woods and these Canadian waters and so forth.
Right.
And we would catch these huge northern pike. And northern pike, those snake-looking things, they got the snake face, but
tons of teeth.
Oh, but they're great fish. I've always liked a northern, and they're great to catch because you can get some big ones. But they discharge slime all over their body that they're hard to hold on to, and those things will slip right out of you real quickly.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But
I remember being in an ice hut one time, and we were fishing for Mackinac, and we actually hooked into this big old northern pike. Dude, pulled that dude up through the ice hole. You want to see a bunch of dudes bail out of a hut?
Oh, really?
See that many teeth? That dude started floundering. I'm talking 24 inches plus. Dude, we were we underestimated what we had pulled into the ice hole, man.
If you're not used to northern pike, they're an intimidating looking fish.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, they're prehistoric looking.
I mean, that one single ice hole was not the only ice hole we were focused on. It was everybody's ice hole for themselves.
Now, did you ask permission before you dropped your line into somebody's ice hole, or was it your own ice hole?
Well, that's a good way to catch a polar bear.
Is to kick him in the ice hole?
Absolutely. Put a bunch of peas around a hole in the ice, and when he comes
But was it your ice hole, or was it someone else's ice
hole?
No,
it was your ice hole. I didn't mess around with somebody else's ice hole. I want my ice hole
always
where
have
I
to
want my
ask
ice hole.
permission before you do that.
Yeah.
It's because everyone's got their own hole, and you start honing in on somebody else. My brother lives up. It's the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
And my brother lives up in North Dakota still, North Dakota, Minnesota, and they pimp out their ice houses.
Oh, that's where it's real.
Oh, I mean, where it's like, see, honey, I'm going ice fishing. I'll be back Wednesday. Right. And you've got your stove. You've got all this. I mean, it is Cadillac fishing out there once they drill that hole and set up. But it sounds like that's forever in the distance, but it really isn't. Because here we are. It's the first week of fall, bro.
It's the first week of fall, but there ain't going to be no ice around here. Dude, our summers are getting longer and longer, and now the fires and the wildlife's going buck wild, dude. I mean, it's...
Well, let's talk about that for a second,
insane.
Scott. In all seriousness, the wildfires that are burning throughout this country, but we right here in Colorado are focusing on a couple that are right here. And each time I hear the news, like this morning, moving in Red Feather, Crystal Lake, these kind of areas, that I know nature has its way and it does things, but this can cause you to find animals where you might not normally see them. And they've got to be looking for somewhere to run from this blaze, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been up in the mountains over the weekend.
Yeah,
job up there.
I want to hear about that too.
Silverthorne was where I stay to do these jobs up there, and what is it? The Cameron
Pass.
Cameron Pass. I think is that the one that's by Silverthorne, or is that
this
the
is geography. I can't point at Europe on a map.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
But no, one of the areas that I work, they were telling me there's a huge influx of bears, black bear.
Really?
Yeah. No, it is. It's nature, man. We can get disappointed. We can get upset. But it is what it is, man. And we've just got to, it goes into that educate, understand, and respect. We've got to adapt. We've got to evolve. The animals are doing it. We have to do it. We have to give them space. How many videos have you seen on the YouTube and the news of somebody's got to get a little closer to get that picture,
and I
man.
cheer for the animal every time.
I do too. I do too. No, really, man. Give them space. Stay back. Do not listen. The fire's going on. They see a bear. They think, poor thing, it's hungry. And I understand your emotion. Get your emotion out of it. Get your two-legged wildlife ass out of it. Let them do what they're doing. It's nature. It's nature. It's not for us to try to understand just keep your two-legged wildlife ass out of the wildlife. Stay away from it. Get your picture from a distance. That up close picture is not going to be any better, except for the dude that's videoing you. That's where it's going to.
Really
that's where
point.
the shot's at is back there, because your two-legged wildlife ass getting too close to the wildlife with your camera. Get your ass in the car. Get in the car. God, people, God love them.
No, you talk about letting, wildlife be wild and that, and we always want to help out, and it looks hungry and, all this. My wife, bless her heart, okay, she bought 2 new water features for the backyard.
Yes, she did.
Little fountains that are shooting up, and I said, the wildlife will love that, and so will the raccoons on the other side of the fence watching all the other people looking at this and loving it.
Yeah.
That's it. And she goes, well, you know what? I don't really feed the squirrels in the summer. I just put some out in the tree in the fall when I know they're having a harder time to find food.
Kyla.
And I go,
Kyla, listen, honey. Okay, I love you. I do. I love you. But listen. Quit feeding shit! Quit! No, what's happening, Kyla, is you're feeding it. I get it all summer long, but if you forget to feed it for a week because of the snowstorm, you don't want to get out and go put some feed out, guess what? You killed it because it's used to eating at your buffet. It's illegal, Kyla. Quit!
Yeah, honey.
He told me to say all that. I love you. He told me to say all.
Honey, I'll talk to him after the show and tell him to just get off your ass. I think it's ridiculous the way you attacked her right there. I was going to say, I welcome the animals so that I can have all of these.
That ain't what you just said before he hit play.
You don't know that.
Call me.
Honey, you don't know the truth.
Call me.
That's right. But I welcome the new features.
Yeah,
No, I do. And I'd also like to welcome to the show something we haven't had on for a long time. I don't know if I think this, by the way, might be our 20th podcast. It's either 19 or 20. We're right there. James will look it up, I bet, and try to figure it out. And I don't think in any of our 20 podcasts this has appeared before, but you, over the weekend, I haven't seen you since you've gone up to the mountains to Silverthorne. You not only did you go up and catch a couple fish by hand and do that kind of stuff, you grew a damn beard in a weekend.
Dude,
in a weekend,
dude, you noticed?
Who does that?
Well,
what do you do? Seriously,
winter's
Miracle
coming.
Grow?
Winter's coming.
What the hell?
Well, I do have.
That's a 4-month project for me. You did it on Saturday.
Well, I am growing in the wool. It's winter. I've got to have my winter pelt on, just like the rest of my friends up on the mountain. Boy, I had a heck of a situation up on the mountain, man.
What happened?
Mr. and Mrs. Badge aren't getting along.
Oh, no.
There's some social
Not
anxiety
again.
going on. Yeah, what?
He's not
if
drinking
anybody
again,
knows
is he?
Badgers, there's only one time of year that they love their wife. Wait. Badgers. There's
Yes.
only one time of year, and that is the breeding season. The rest of the time, they're like a bunch of Tasmanian devils on a carcaus, man. You ever heard Tasmanian devils?
No, I live below a couple of them. They only see
Yes,
they
you do.
fight all the time
Yeah.
except when they made it.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. So, yeah.
So they're very human-like.
We're not, I bring this up all the time, man. We think we're different from nature, but we are nature, brother. We're a part of nature, man. I mean, that's just the way it is. We're part of nature.
No, I know. Nature turns their phones off, though,
Well,
before
it
their
was
podcast.
off. It was off. But James told me that button that you push
It's Mr. Badger
turns
again.
off the no. Probably.
Jeez.
Badge, listen. I know I set up that site up there for y'all to watch this, but go eat. Go eat. Go eat.
Go, please. Were there a lot, as you were just up in the mountains, you spent the weekend up around Silverthorne, patrolling that area, doing some of the jobs we do up there, but give us a glimpse of some of the wildlife that you got to take in there, because down here all I saw were neighbors and barking dogs.
Yeah, so that's some wildlife. That's wildlife.
It is, but what in your, because I'll get pictures of a rainbow across a mountain.
Dude, seriously.
My office looks beautiful today. You know.
While you're sitting on a back porch with tequila and your wife.
Yeah.
See, there's nothing wrong with
that. No, we were playing the Luke Bryan game. 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, Thursday night, man, this whole herd of 200 plus elk come over a saddle up on top above 11,000 feet.
Oh, man.
I wasn't there to see it, but I heard about it. So Friday morning when I get up there.
Badgers tell you?
Well, badger and,
Okay, so I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, badgers and marmots both filled me in.
Yeah, they're narcs.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, totally narcs. Yeah. But, bulls screaming and carrying on. Because, we're getting toward the end of the rut up there. Yeah, and there's just elk everywhere. I mean, I was sitting in one place watching this dam, and just caught something move out of the corner of my eye. I looked over, man, there's a whole herd of elk moving through the timber. And I mean, they're like ghosts. You see them 1 second, next second, they're just gone.
Oh, wow.
They're gone. And then you hear this bull just screaming his ass off, man. It just, oh, dude, it was so cool. Yeah, elk everywhere, deer everywhere. Badgers are out getting heavy up there, which is kind of interesting, man. I've never, in the 4 or 5 years I've been up there, I've never run into a badger, but we've starting to see the season getting a little warmer, a little longer, which tells me, again, in tune with nature, not the meteorologist, with that many badger coming in, that's not atypical for a lot of badger. But the food source being marmots, rodents, etc., and the temperatures, I'm interested. I'm curious to watch this unfold and transition in with our everything getting warmer, man. With the fires, with earthquake. I mean, there's the hurricanes, dude. What's going on with the hurricanes in the Gulf? I mean, and then up the East Coast. I mean,
no, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. There's some wild stuff going on, but I would urge folks not to panic. Don't panic, man. Pay attention. Understand. Prepare yourself for, as we all should be anyway. I'm not saying doomsday prepper, man.
No.
I'm just saying
reality
make sure.
prep.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want a situation to come into place like what's happened here in the past with COVID, and everybody more worried about their ice hole and toilet paper than anything else. Be prepared. Go through your stuff. I think we're more prepared for anything now. As a community, as a society.
I'd agree with that. Yeah,
we really are. So this was a what did I tell James early on? Like a fire alarm. This is a fire alarm. This was a time to see if you're ready for what could potentially happen. There's a lot going on out there, man. And then we got the election coming up. I mean, God help us.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people retreating back into the woods November 4th.
Right. There's some crazy stuff going on.
Excuse me, Mr. Badger, do you have room in here?
Right.
All right,
the
results are in.
He'll let you know. But no, being prepared spiritually, mentally, and physically, man. I mean, be prepared. We don't know. Listen, people think they're in control. That's what kills me about two-legged wildlife. They are so obsessed and caught up in their own realm, man, that they think they're in control and they're prepared for anything that could happen. Well, I got news, man. I mean, I've been up in the high country, and the four-legged is way more prepared than we are. Way more prepared than we are. So prepare yourselves spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Hey, chances are, just because every other, like the hurricane, typhoons, whatever has been going on, they've been happening readily. Fires, all that. So if you think it's going to be a mild winter, I think you might be mistaken. I have a feeling we could have like Snowmageddon or something.
Expect the unexpected.
Or it'll be 90 all summer. All winter long.
I'm going to need more water.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, you played King on the Hill over the mountain. You won again, and you grew a beard. Nonsense.
God, yeah, that's got to feel like it's been months.
Well, like seriously, James, how long would it take you to
He's
grow
still
one of these?
growing. What do you mean? How old are you?
No, it's funny that you bring that up, Brian, because we had this discussion in the mountains at one point in time with Scott. It takes this, what you see right now, my whole life. Yeah, I'm not one of those that can just poof the next day have a beard right there. No, it takes me a whole lifetime to get the 2 centimeters I got on my face.
Blotchy and all, right?
Blotchy and all.
Blotchy.
Man.
I think you look sexy with that blotchy, baby.
No, what we referred to that was a summer beard.
Summer beard?
Summer here, summer there, summer here. That's the summer beard.
Okay.
Now you've gone into the full fall mode.
Oh, there's a whole
there's a
transition
whole
coming.
Oh, really?
Brother.
It's going to get.
That's a whole new level.
Are we going ZZ Top over the winter?
No, we're going to go freezing your ass off up on the mountain trapping.
Okay. So this is to collect all the ice, and then it looks even more intimidating.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's more
come
insulation, yeah.
Yeah?
That's more insulation.
That's why no, never mind. It's a joke. It's a joke. One hair. It's just not a beard mate. I see women who will do that. Oh, I got to pluck my beard hair. You got 3. And you should.
Right.
Yeah,
that ain't right. Yeah.
Well, speaking of not right, let's get to this right away. The T-shirt of the day, I'm wearing my Prince Sign of the Times T-shirt.
Prince Sign of the Times.
I am, which most people would be surprised by, one of the world's biggest Prince freaks. I have been a fan of the dude since I was a little kid. When I was first listening to a radio countdown in my garage in Minnesota at the time, I was a little kid, and I remember the announcer coming on. I don't know if it was Casey Kasem yet or who it was.
Casey Kasem.
My
gosh, man.
They were doing the countdown.
Yeah.
And came on to say, here's this young artist out of Minnesota. He's out of Minneapolis, and he writes, produces, arranges, and performs the entire song. And I had never heard of a guy who could write it, produce it, arrange it, play every instrument, and do the vocals. And that's what this guy did. And it grabbed my attention. And then he sounds like a girl.
Yeah.
Hearing this voice. And it's like, there's something really different here. But dang, it's got the funk going. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just hooked because I could not stop moving to Prince music. Then Purple Rain comes later.
Rain. The dude was so gifted, man.
Iconic.
I place him right up there with, like, Queen.
Seriously.
His ability to, like you said, play every instrument, his vocals were just...
Oh. No, he was the entire package. He was, I've said Bruno Mars seems like if you could take James Brown and Michael Jackson and Prince and meld them all together, you get Bruno Mars.
Right.
All right. Well, Prince was just Prince before that. He had a little James Brown in him. He had the funk, but
what was your favorite song of that dude?
Oh man,
what was your favorite?
To say there's a favorite Prince song, Little Red Corvette always stands up there for there.
That was my favorite.
That and When Doves Cry are two that will always stand out. But people love 1999. Let's Go Crazy. Take Me With You. There was, there were so many great songs.
There was.
He had that real hot era, but he never quit making great music all the way up until his death.
Right.
And that's the thing, boy. This guy's a reminder to make sure you have your will and all of that stuff in order. Because here, this dude with all of this music, all of this money, all that died without a will.
Right.
So so you've got all these loose family members.
Did he have kids?
Coming in no.
He didn't have any.
No, there's a couple who have claimed to be, but there's been nothing that has said that he had any children. So, and he performed all this music, did it all, locked it in a vault in Paisley Park in his basement. There is, that family is sitting on hundreds and hundreds of albums worth of material that if they get it all together, we'll have new Prince music through our grandchildren and then on from all the stuff that he's got stored away. But got to see him live in concert once.
No way.
When I lived in Minneapolis, we used to go down to his club, First Avenue, just to hope to get a look at him.
You're right.
Went and saw Motorhead there and saw a couple other acts, like Prince was going to be at the Motorhead show, you know. But he, when we had moved to Denver, we'd lived here a few years, and he had to put out an album called Love Sexy, and he was coming to Denver for the Love Sexy tour. And I remember being in that audience, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, here comes this white Corvette, comes onto the stage. And there's a basketball court set up on the stage with hoops and everything. All of a sudden, this little dude gets out of this Corvette and
was he little? Man?
Oh, he was just the tiniest little guy.
Really?
Maybe 5'3".
No way.
You know, 5'4". He was just a
Really?
little dude. Mad basketball player. He could play hoops really well. But he was just a little athletic dude who could perform like nobody. I think I've got about every piece of music he put out. The one piece I didn't get was his version of Sweet Child of Mine that apparently is out there. I got a text from James that said, we're just listening to Sweet Child of Mine by Prince. And I read it and go,
yes, we were.
No, you ain't.
It's the inside joke, Brian. We had guys around, man, always just, mess with their heads. Like, man.
I'd like to see the look on your face, because some of our guys are
I
like...
said, Kyla. I said, James thinks Prince sang Sweet Child of Mine. I said, I get it. Axel brings the voice up. So maybe there could have been some confusion.
Brian, as a professional guitar hero, I know what I'm talking about when I'm playing. Sweet Child of Mine of Prince, all right?
As a professional guitar
/
hero.
if you're listening, I'm sorry. We know it was your guitar work on that one, all right? It was not Prince, but he could have done it. That's it. Are you all right? You are just making the nastiest, I just drank butt flavored something look I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You're having one of those delicious protein drinks, aren't you?
No.
No.
No, B.
B.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
So, Jaquin decided last night she was going to go on a juice cleanse.
Oh, that's fun for the family.
I said, man, baby,
Juice me up.
I'll do that with you.
Yeah. This is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my juice first.
I understand that.
Yeah,
now that'll grow hair on your face.
That's probably what's doing it. That's probably what's doing it. You may see tomorrow. I may come in. Man, I'd be looking like a Bigfoot coming in here all hairy.
Oh, that'd be different.
Wait a minute. You're right.
Come on, you got to admit, you got just a hint. If they were to look at, you do the family tree of Sasquatch, you're about 4 removed. All right? Any argument from the peanut gallery here?
No, I've nailed it.
No, somehow Starbucks got to be in between in one of those guys in the pictures you see.
Oh yeah, the trend with between the fish to standing upright.
Yep, Starbucks
There's
in the middle of
Scott's 3 in from the end, and there's a Starbucks cup in between. 4 up from the fish. 3.
It may be the missing link, guys, that we've been looking for.
We found it.
Well, you see my cousin on the Jack's Links commercial?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
I knew that.
Foo.
Oh, I got to tell you, dude. Some wild goings on. Enjoy that.
Yeah. Try it.
No, I'll stick to my coffee. This moment of silence brought to you by Scott's Digestive System.
There's a little bit of too much lime in that.
Too much lime.
Yeah, I'm going to have to offset it with some Copenhagen here in a minute.
Boy, health is fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Get healthy.
No, let me go here then. Let's go right to this that I had written down, because I got a bone to pick. All right, and it has to do with, I had some friends over on the weekend, and we were talking about they had gone through a phase where they had been vegan. All right, and this is while we're talking about barbecue and all this stuff, they brought up this vegan thing, and I said, I want to film Scott eating one of those Impossible Burgers. And they said, oh, yeah, we tried those. I was a little thrown back by the red color in the middle. I said, yeah, too much beet, is what I had to think of it. So it got me a little bit PO'd at the vegan and vegetarian world, and I'm sorry again to y'all. I understand you. I love you. To each their own. But you gave up meat, right? So why are you making all of these fake products that look like meat? You made the choice you don't want meat. So why do you take your product and make it in the shape of a hamburger patty, a hot dog? It's just like a chicken patty, but it's made of this. Why are you doing that? Why are you shaping it like meat? You didn't want meat. You gave up. So why are you shaping those products like meat?
That's a good question,
I don't eat a lot of vegetables, but I've never taken a hamburger, shaped it like a carrot, and went, I'm having a carrot.
Wonder if I can shape that like a hot dog.
I don't think so.
I'm going to shape it on the way out.
But I challenge all of us meat eaters, shape your meat in the shape of vegetables. It's the same damn thing that's being done the other way around.
Man, let's think about that, because there's a lot of conspiracy
Cauliflower
theories.
chicken.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on in the world right now.
Absolutely.
And are they trying to convert us?
Or
are they trying to make themselves feel better, like I ate a hamburger today?
I don't know.
What is it?
The rationale.
I ain't knocking it. I'm just
saying, you gave up meat, quit making it shaped like a hamburger patty then.
Leave it in its original form.
Eat it, just shell it and eat it.
Yeah, are they not maybe reducing the nutrients by shaping it into a...
Oh, now we're getting into science that we have no business going into. James, do you have a theory on this?
Oh, yes. That's the one who did a vegetarianism for like a solid
year.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of glad 'cause it helps me realize the very thing I'm missing. As I'm eating that cauliflower chicken, going, man, I gave up real chicken for this. But if it looks like chicken, it's got to be chicken, right? It's the next bite and going to the.
So it was a mental thing for you.
Well, yeah, because you got to convert people from what they were doing all the time into a new process, and it's for somebody
that makes sense.
A molasses effect, slow.
No, it makes total sense. I get that.
Right, but yeah, I'm somewhat in more agreement with you, Brian. Like, if you're gonna go vegetarian, you know what you're getting into. Like, you're cutting out bacon. Now, as a bacon connoisseur,
no, it's
right.
that's like, hey, I quit drinking whiskey, so I just pour my Coke into a whiskey bottle, and then I feel like I'm just doing it. Is it the same kind of mentality?
It's about, again, as Scott's mentioned, mine is a very controlling factor. So if you think it's chicken, if it looks like chicken, it must taste like chicken.
But you don't want chicken because you've gone vegetarian.
But you don't enjoy the taste.
There's no masking that, is there?
One full year, dude. Like, as soon as not 24-hour mark, as soon as that year mark hit, bacon was in the stove, being cooked. And my mother-in-law was watching me cooking that bacon as I'm just kneeled down looking into the stove, watching it slowly cook.
Greatest TV show ever.
Greatest show.
Looped it and watched it back time and time again.
Stone's got nothing on this.
That's
Bacon.
Again, no, to anybody who's trying to get healthy and do the right thing and do all that for yourself, to each their own, do it. Find the right balance to get the best you possible. I get that. I support that. I just have questions. All right? I just have questions. And I have a show, and I get to bring them up, and that's what this is.
Yes, you do.
Let's. I got a couple more things I got to discuss here. Would you just chug
I'm
that?
ready. I'll chug.
No, you did. Chug it. No, you keep looking at it like it's going to magically change. It's still a jar of butt juice.
No, we destroyed.
That's Pepsi, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Scott.
That's Pepsi.
That's Pepsi. Mind over matter. Oh, yes. No, it's a Dr. Pepper. It's an ice cold Dr. Pepper. No, that's ground up yard.
No,
that's yard clippings. That's it.
Some get you in the jar right here. Something she put too much of something in there.
Yeah.
Your mouth start watering.
Need some Copenhagen to get that out?
You have no idea.
Okay, I think I do. Well, I am just lucky to be here today.
Yes, you are.
I am.
I am glad you brought that up. Sitting across from me is not easy. However, my good friend Brian
Nor
here
is it recommended
looks at
by
himself
4 out
as
of 5
being
doctors.
Lucky to be here today.
I am lucky to be alive today. Let me
had
yes, on that. Let me explain.
Please do.
Okay, I shall.
Please do.
My grandson Xander is, I believe, the world's greatest ramen freak. Okay, the boy just could live on nothing but ramen. And I guess that's not rare because I think there's 3 of us in this room
Yeah, I was gonna say.
who could probably do the same thing.
Oh.
All right, so he just loves his ramen. And we got in this little black microwave ramen cooker. All right, you set the pack of ramen noodles in there with the water. You put it in the microwave. You start it.
Right.
No fail. No way you can mess this up.
Wait a minute. This is specifically designed. This ramen
For
maker.
ramen for the microwave.
Where'd you get that?
I'll show it. I can't remember where we got it. Look it up. Look it up. Microwave ramen cooker. Okay.
Give me one.
You open up the pack. You just set that nicely folded thing of the ramen noodles in there.
Get out of here.
Put the water in it. Microwave it. It's ready to rock.
Really?
All right. So Xander, can I make some ramen noodles? Xander has to make ramen noodles, so we tell him to go ahead, do it in the microwave. So he goes and gets the little black thing, puts the noodles in there, cooks them for 3 minutes. House is completely overfilled with smoke. And we go in there and it just smells like burnt
Oh no.
nothing. And what happened? Oh, I forgot the water. Oh. So he had 3 minutes of dry microwave noodle fire.
What did that look like?
Oh, black, charred. The smell will not leave the home. He did this like a week ago.
Oh my golly.
So this weekend, while we're doing the 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot thing on the deck, grandkids know to take advantage at that time because they'll
anything can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. And he comes down, hey, can I have some ramen noodles? And went, look, can you cook them yourself? Yes. How will you go about cooking them on a stove? I want step by step how you would do this. So Xander says, the first thing I'll do is I will grab the pan and I'll fill it partway with water. I will then set it on the burner on the stove. I will turn on the burner appropriate to which one of the burners that I have put the pan on and turn it on to a medium-high setting. He said, when it starts to boil, I will put the noodles in for 3 minutes and turn it down so it doesn't boil over. Then when it gets done, I will add the seasoning, stir it up, drain a little of the juice, pour it into my cup, and turn off the oven. I said, that is exactly the steps. I could not have written that out any better. Go do that. All right?
Now, wait a minute. That's different than the microwave cooker.
We don't have the microwave cooker anymore. Did not survive the 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah, that. So no more microwave cookers. So we're trying stovetop. So we send him in the house. He went through every direction perfectly. So Kyla goes in to check on him a few minutes later and opens the sliding glass door into the kitchen, which then looked like Cheech and Chong had parked their van into the kitchen as smoke comes pouring out of the kitchen again.
What?
And it smells like wood.
What?
And then my wife looks over and the cutting board is on fire sitting on top of the burner by the pan that he had on there.
Oh,
He didn't put in I'll slide the wooden, cutting board off of the burner I'm using.
Now, wait a minute. You guys got that new stove, right? Don't you guys got that new stovetop cooker thing?
What stovetop?
Didn't you order a new stove that's like glass top?
Yeah.
That can be a little confusing. I got to give him a little credit.
So we smell the fire and see the cutting board black and charred with the flame coming up the side, and turned to him and said, at what point would you have thought, here's something to call Papa and Grandma about? There's smoke filling the kitchen, and there's the smell of wood burning.
It was the ambiance.
Yeah, that was it.
It was going to give the cutting board some character. And
so I have introduced him to Cupo noodles.
No, you did not. You took him off to ramen. Poor guy.
Cup of noodles is ramen.
Xander, listen, baby, you're doing it all right, buddy. You keep working at it. I believe in you. But you need to yell if something's going wrong.
If there is smoke,
you need to yell, son.
That's it.
Hey, I mean, come on now.
And you come in and you say, why didn't you say anything? Well, I did stop, drop, and roll. You know, No, that's when you see a stranger.
Yes,
it works
that's
for
right.
that too.
Yes.
By the way, the stop, drop, and roll technique.
Screaming.
Great for fires. Also great for if somebody's chasing you. Nobody wants to grab the kid who stop, dropped, and rolled.
No,
that's
that ramen noodle. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Please
That
do.
ramen noodle. That is such a diverse, beautiful food, man. Did I tell you about? My wife makes a peanut oil chicken with ramen noodle, and man, I tell you what, that is the worst shit I've ever eaten in my life. It's sticky, it's peanutty. Why don't you run the ramen? Put it in a microwave. Stop
careful, but put water on it.
There's something. She made it twice, and you like Gumby. You.
What are you doing messing with ramen? It was perfect the
I
way it
know.
was made. God made it perfectly.
Right.
In the package,
Yes.
ready to go.
Yes, man, don't make no peanut chicken.
The greatest food. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So, if anything from this podcast, I hope you've learned,
Don't bash your wife.
that too. And some tips on how to use ramen safely.
Right. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. Use ramen the right way.
We had to get that across. Oh, I got another really cool thing that happened this weekend. Aside from the coolness of the ramen fires,
That's pretty cool.
how many
That's
people can
legit.
say they've had 2 ramen
That's-
fires in a month?
Boy, and with ramen, that really saying something.
It
That's really saying
It's
something.
like burning your Wheaties. I mean, how do you do that? But I noticed as we were sitting on the deck with the margaritas, and the entertainment starts picking up after a little while, where it's, hey, let's go get that electric tennis racket and swat some wasps. So I trudged my way up the steps. For about the 3rd step, I said, we really need lights on these steps. And I got up there. I got my electric tennis racket.
Oh my!
Went down. Not a bee. Love bees. Protect bees. It was a wasp. One of them angry-looking
Sure, it
wasps.
wasn't a murder hornet.
It could have been that too.
Man.
It was flying around, had no business.
No.
Got him once with that racket. He stuck to it. And if you hold the electrical current on him, smoke starts coming out of him like a pack of ramen in the microwave. It's just... But you kept it held long enough to where you actually saw a flame come up and we're like, oh, that is so cool.
Dude, did it smell like the Millers burning on the blue lights?
I let it go because I wanted every other wasp to smell that and think, oh, crap, Ernie died. That's good. We're not going near this guy.
Listen, he was like this before he started with the...
And then I got a Miller last night. I just held it above him and let him keep flying up and hitting it, and it'd shock him and shoot him down. Then he'd come back up and get it and shoot it down.
Okay.
And then I did some tests, and he couldn't find his keys. So it does have an effect. I was just testing shock treatment on the memory of moths.
How much ramen did you smoke, Brian?
2 packs. 2 packs of ramen and a bottle of tequila. Next thing you know, you're starting wasp fires.
Ain't nothing smells worse than a Miller.
Ramen noodles in the microwave burning does.
Well, yeah.
We did a comparison,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's...
I don't think I'll ever look at a bag of ramen the same now.
You shouldn't.
I will forever think of Xander, how many different ways, You could smoke your ramen.
Nobody's tried smoked ramen.
No.
I bet there's a couple people.
Xander, listen up, buddy. Listen up. This one's for you, dog. Papa's asking for some smoked ramen.
No, he's not. No.
That's what he said, bro.
No, we don't have a Cajun kitchen where everything's blackened. All right, but
that'd be good.
Yeah, no, I love me some Cajun food. That's good. But hey, I hope you have a fantastic week. I look forward to this time every week. I mean, just to gather as brothers to get to sit and talk, but the whole mission that we have on this earth is to make a difference.
Make a difference.
I just want to make a difference.
That's right.
For the positive. And if just a few minutes of goofing around and laughing can do that, we're blessed to be able to do that. Believe me, we can get deep on some issues and go on that because we got a lot in our hearts and there's a lot we want to do and there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And we just want to help everybody do that and take it upon themselves.
Right.
We have so much power as a community and as people. And when we come together and make ourselves better, we then make those around us better. We then make our community better. Then we make our country better. And this all can be done one individual at a time. You don't think you have power, but you do.
That's
right. You have immense power just by the example you lead out there. So please keep that in mind. We need to make this world a better place for us, for the animals, for everybody, because we're all in this together. Two-legged, four-legged.
That's right.
We're all here on the same planet breathing that same air.
That's right. Let's give a shout out, same air. Let's give a shout out to the firefighters.
Oh, amen, brother.
Let's give a shout out to the firefighters. Listen, man, my heart goes out to these people, the family, the front lines. If you got a passion, a desire, do something for your local fire department, man. Do something to contribute, something to help be a part of this, man, because this is real going on up there. These pictures you see of these guys in the smoke, man, they're putting their life on the line for our planet. So, man, if you can find it in your heart to do a little something somehow, you can find it online, man. Do something for your local fire department, your local police department, man. Help out.
That's it. And if you're a prayerful person, just
That's
throw
right,
out
man.
a prayer for peace.
Throw out some prayer.
Throw out some prayer for peace and to
Right.
surround all those who are doing what they're doing.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Heart goes out to them. Heart goes out to them.
There, I had to get that out. That can be edited.
Right. It's
Yes.
on the floor there.
But again, to our first responders, to everybody who's out there every day, to those in the medical field, to everybody who keeps this country rolling, God bless you. We love
right,
you.
we
We
love
appreciate you. And to everyone checking out the Mike and the Mountain, peace to you. Be sure to check out our website, themikeandthemountain.com. You can find information on all these artists we talk about. I'll try to find that cover version of Sweet Child of Mine by Prince. And if I do find that, I will throw it up on the website as well. But, brother, it is great to see you guys. It seems like it's been too long, but we'll do it again next week. First week of fall. Start checking around your house. It is a change of season, which means it is going to be a change in behavior for the animals too. As we start to change the way we walk around our homes and the amount of time we spend outside compared to inside, all the little projects you're going to be doing, keep in mind nature's doing the same thing right now. So be prepared, be alert, and check out your surroundings around your home.
That's right, man.
Absolutely.
Squirrels and mice.
That's
Squirrels
it.
and mice.
And get those water features up right away. Honey. All right. Scott said it all. Remember, it was all Scott. I love you, baby.
Man.
I love you, honey.
Scott
I'll
said
be
it on
home
my
soon.
ass.
That's it. What?
No, man.
No, brothers do that for each other.
Hold up, man. Yeah, it'd be different if your wife,
Look, I've taken the blame for you for Jackie many times.
No, you've thrown me under the bus many times.
Okay, you interpret it differently.
Yes, okay. The hell?
Sorry, speed bump.
Damn.